What's going on, everybody? Israel Galindo here on this late night on the Positive Awareness channel. Hope you guys are doing great out there and enjoying your evening. I wanted to kind of talk to you today a little bit about Mars retrograde and what it means. But before we get into Mars retrograde, I wanted to kind of tell you kind of a little backstory of what happened to me today in regards to retrograde. So today was one of those days where nothing seemed to communicate correctly between work and personal life and just communicating with others. Everything seemed to be broken communication. That being said, meaning every time I would put out there some kind of communication, whether it's verbal or text or email message or in social media, people would not respond back to me. So what I started feeling is I started feeling frustration. I started feeling not being heard. And then I started getting the motivation of unmotivated, wanting to throw in the towel, and just a lot of aggression. So again, for that reason, I felt like my network was literally being disconnected. I was feeling like a ghost talking to people or talking to people on the other side of a wall, but the sound was reflecting back to me and I couldn't get my point across. So I kind of shared with some of my friends this frustration today. Anytime I make a call, the phone will go straight to voicemail. Anytime I sent an email, there'd be no response. I got into a situation where I was stuck at a location because somebody accidentally locked the door on me and set the alarm, and nobody was getting back to me, and then my phone was gonna die, and so on. It was always one-way communication. So I decided to talk to my guides, my spiritual guides, my Mayans, my guardian angels, whatever you be, the universe. And it seemed that I wasn't really getting, let me unlock the computer here. I wasn't really getting the answers that I was looking for. I felt like the universe was trying to teach me a lesson or teach me something, but I wasn't understanding because of the frustration that I was getting in myself. So I finally figured it out, and it has to do with the Mars retrograde. So before we go with what Mars retrograde actually means, because I know that's what you're waiting for here, and that's why you clicked the video. What is a retrograde? A retrograde, if you were looking at waves in the ocean, is when something retracts backwards. So if you're having a positive streak, when you have a retrograde, it's retracting. Now, the reason why there's different ones, there's a Mercury retrograde, which you guys have heard of, a Venus retrograde, a Mars retrograde. It's because all of these waves and motions of energy can't go a smooth flat line. They are all affected by the higher beings in the sky, the planets, the atmosphere, the earth, the waves, the tides, you, your sign, your energy. So a lot of these things then end up going to a point of waves. There's good waves that just ride you up, and if it's just hitting you, it's like a streak in Vegas. But then you have those waves that you better just go hide in a shell and not even come out till the retrograde's over, which is Mars happens to be one of them, because you are definitely going to be getting hit by a storm head on. And the best you can do is ride it out, not let it trip you out. So let's talk about Mars retrograde. Mars is very masculine, where Venus is very feminine. So what's going to happen when Mars retrograde hits, which actually started today, September 9th, and it goes all the way through November 13th, 2020. That's the retrograde. So when your streaks were going high, here comes the storm, and you're like, oh crap. So the meaning of it, and I'm just kind of reading my notes here for you that I wrote down. This is a time where things are going to break down. For everybody who is getting hit by this, depending on your sign and how you're going to react to all of these things, your sex life is literally going to be down the hole. Your professional life is going to be down the hole. Everything will be affected by this, depending again on your sign. And I'll be putting a link on all the signs so you can see how it's going to affect you. So what you do is you're going to be totally stressed out. You're going to be on high alert. That's going to be horrible. Again, as we stated, since Mars is very masculine, you're going to have these kind of traits happening. You're going to be very aggressive. Your sexual libido is going to drop to the ground. Your actions and your desires are literally going to be non-existent. Where when you have Venus traits, which are very feminine, as I stated, that's like beauty and love and emotion. That's when you have a Venus retrograde, that's when these things are being pulled back. So again, during this time, remember that your libido with your ambitions and everything is just literally, again, I said it before, going to be non-existent for you. So next couple of months, you can basically go, well, that sucks. Or you can kind of see how you can kind of get over it, ride the wave. I guess what I'm trying to say. Everything will feel for you like it's standing still. Nothing is going to be moving. Nothing is going to be flowing. Nothing is just going to be going your way. The ground you walk on, you're going to feel like you're walking on eggshells, and every time you take a step, all of these cracks are going to happen. You feel like you're going to drop. You're going to feel like a failure. You're going to be feeling like nobody's listening to you and that you don't even exist. And this is what I experienced myself today. I felt all of those things in a rush, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on today that I'm feeling like I'm going to throw in the towel, get in my bed, cover my head, and be done with the day. And I don't get that way. I mean, you guys know me, I'm very, very positive. But I had no idea I was going to kick my butt that bad. When I say it affects everybody, it affects everybody. If you're an Aries, good luck, because this is going to kick your ass so bad. Good luck with that. I mean, Aries are really not going to have a good time for you. So I'm going to read this to you so you guys can see. Mars retrograde is an incredible, frustrating time because this occurs in a fiery Aries. It's a sign ruled by Mars, expected to be an extra challenging for that sign. Those of us with Aries placements in our signs are going to be especially affected with that retrograde as well, as Cancer is. That's what I am. So how are we going to deal with this? Let me kind of break it down for you. These are the notes I had to just put together today for you. I've already done this video before, so I had to do it again because I felt better doing it here instead of while I was driving. All right, well, with work, you're going to feel very stagnant. You're going to feel like you're losing your mind, that nobody's going to listen to you. You're going to feel disrespected by your employees, employers, co-workers, whatever. You're going to feel like you have no grip. Just frustration all around, which is what I felt today. You got to assert your power and figure out plan B. If my form of communication to you is picking up the phone and calling you, and none of that is working for me, I better find a more stern, not an asshole way, but a more stern way to get on board and get talking to you. If my phone doesn't work talking to you, then I'm going to send an email, but I'm going to do it in a different way. If I go, this is the mode I am, think of plan B. If the road is blocked, think of your long road of how you're going to interact and be with how you want to communicate and get across to others. Keep that form of communication clear, detailed, empowered. Don't lose the grip when you're feeling like nothing is going your way like I did today. I mean, yeah, my eyes are red because I'm tired, but my eyes are red because I was frustrated and I wanted to cry. And I just felt defeated. So, that being said, that is the form that you're going to have to be very strong with. In regards to your personal life, you're going to feel extremely fragile. You're going to feel like you want to cry. And you're going to feel like you lost your purpose completely. And that you're not growing, that you're not learning, and life is just kicking you in the ass. That's literally what's going to happen in the personal life. So it is very best right now to focus into your intro perspective guide of yourself. What is going on internally with you? That's the best way. For me as a Cancer, I'm a crab, right? Get in my shell. Here comes the storm. I'm just going to be in my shell going, all right, I'm just going to chill, let it go through, see what happens. That's the way I'm going to put it for me. One of the things that I want to share with you guys is the things that I wrote down that are going to be very important. During this retrograde, you have to practice a lot of self-care. Go easy on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself if things are not going your way. And don't punish yourself badly when things just go to hell. Just know that you're going through a really bad storm and you just got to ride it. That's basically it. This time also is a good time to do a lot of planning and organization and do the behind the scenes. So plan your strategy of when you're going to come out of this hellhole, if you will, and you're definitely going to then come out running and come out to be successful. Another thing is definitely leaning into your Venusian side, and that means treat yourself like royalty. Maybe plan an event with family and people you actually trust and respect and love, and they'll do, reciprocate that with you. Another thing is, again, for self-respect and self-perception, if you will, of yourself, is pampering yourself. Long baths, masturbation, yes, I said that, cooking, relaxing, and taking it easy. You really want to just take care of yourself during this craziness. One of the lessons I do want to point out to you is this is how it's going to roll. And this is just straight up. So these are very important notes. Uncertainty is going to be the ruler of this. That's it. Uncertainty is going to go down. That's what's going to happen. There's no way around it. Your uncertainty all around is going to be screwed up. That's the point. And I'm trying to be not negative, but this is what it is. So here is my answer, my mantra, something that you need to learn and to pass on to others that are having these problems in the next couple of months. This too shall pass. Let that be your mantra. This too shall pass. The storms are coming. You can't do anything about it. You're sheltered in place. We're already going through pandemics and fires and chaos and this and that. And on top of it, now you got a retrograde that's going to kick our ass. So uncertainty is going to rule. So the mantra should be, this too shall pass. And that's what's going to go down. Let it brush off your shoulder. You already know it's a disaster, just like in a hurricane. You know it's coming and you're stuck in your house. You know it's going to be bad. It ain't going to be easy. Everything's going to be destroyed. Make the best of it. Don't harp or focus on what you cannot control or do. Really, really focus on being the best plans that you can make in this time that'll lead you through the chaos that's about to go down. Unfortunately, these retrogrades come and go, and you've probably felt them, have never really thought about them. You probably said, man, I had a horrible week. I don't know what the universe was thinking. Well, again, we are made of energy. And there's energy waves, and there's, black matter, and all of these things going on that affect things. Like the moon affects the tides. Well, energy, and I don't know why I'm itchy, it's really weird. Energy is really fluctuating. There's times where energy is just high, just like when you're like, oh my God, I'm having a great day. It's so cool. I'm jazzed up. And then there's times that you are just going, what the hell happened? I need to reset my day and go back to bed. So for you skeptics out there, for you that go, no, this isn't true. I don't believe in a retrograde. I don't believe that that's it. You make your own day. You make your own, outcome, if you will. That's true. You do. In this example that I'm giving you today is, I cannot control that my communication today wasn't able to get across to people. So what I had to do is I had to calm down instead of the frustration I was feeling, because I was feeling like punching a wall, and that's me. I don't ever feel like punching a wall. That's the frustration I don't have. Somebody go, dude, that's guy PMS, right? Okay, whatever. I was feeling it. It was horrible. I wanted to punch a wall. But instead, a couple of my actions that I ended up doing was, I'm going to take a step back. And now that I understand what the problem is now I'm going to follow those communication trails that I needed to do. And if they are not that important, I'm going to back off. And I'm going to just let them brew a little bit. And then I'm going to come at it in a different angle and deal with the issue, deal with the problem, deal with the communication I needed to do. As far as the personal life being fragile and feeling like I lost my purpose, I can go to the corner and cry. That's okay. It's not, it's not a bad thing to cry. It doesn't make me less of a man. But it definitely helps me in control and get myself in tune with myself. Go into the introspect of me and go, all right, scan mechanism, balance my chakras, connect with my guides, really, like I said, when it's pouring rain outside and you can't go outside and the only thing you can do is sit at the table and play cards with your friends or your family, that's what you need to do, is pull into yourself and really just go, all right, couple of months of craziness, let's make the best of it. Let's focus on us internally. Let's focus on our health, our ambition, our internal mechanisms that are going to help us thrive and make those goals and lists that you need to. So when you get out of this retrograde, when you're on the post-Mars retrograde, you really end up flowing and succeeding, coming out of that, that door running, if you will. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really fun to make for me because it was an amazing, beautiful learning experience. And I hope that this uncertainty passes. But now that you know what the problem is, now you can take it head on. I will post a link to your sign. Just go down the list and see how it's going to affect you. Some of you guys, it'll affect you in financial stability. Others will affect you in your sex life. And then otherwise, they're just going to tell you, just close the door and wake up after November 13th. So, all right, guys, I hope you guys have a great, beautiful, amazing day, week, and stay safe out there. I love you all. Stay positive. Also, I just bought a new website that you guys are going to love the name. I'm very thankful to one of my good friends that today she said the keyword and all of a sudden it clicked. And I can't wait to share it with you. Stay positive. Say something nice to people. I love you. Have a great, beautiful day, night, wherever you are. I'm Israel Galindo. Positive awareness. See ya. Vibrational awareness. Vibrational resonance. I love you all. Have a great day.